Hi, folks. Andrew here, Top Fitness Strategies and Top Fitness Strategies presents. Welcome. It's been a while since I've been on live, just by myself without doing interviews. And so I wanted to come on and say, how do you do? Hopefully, everybody's doing okay. Give you a couple of seconds to join. And today we're going to talk about something that's pretty simple in my eyes. We'll get into it in just a second. So once again, thanks for being here, Andrew. Top Fitness Strategies. Top Fitness Strategies presents. And this episode is going to be sponsored. Yes, we have a sponsor this episode, and this is the 102 Common Sense at Home Health and Fitness Tips. And you can check out the link in the notes, in the show notes, and we'll go from there. And this isn't your ordinary ebook where I'm going to sit there and show you how to do an exercise. No, 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 no. It's a lot more than that because, well, first of all, there is a lot of video links to me showing you different things, but it's not exercise related, so to speak. A lot of household stuffs that you may not know that by changing just a little bit, tweak it just a little bit, or do something different just a little bit is going to do wonders for your health and or fitness or both. So check it out. It's 102 of them, 102 tips, 102 things I have there for you. So check it out, topfitnessstrategies.com/tips102. All right. So today's topic, how easy is it for you to stay healthy? That's right. How easy is it for you to stay healthy? Now, what brought this on, why I'm thinking about this topics, and right now I'm telling you, I have no notes to go with me for me whatsoever at this point. Nothing. I decided to come on live and do this, and we'll see how it goes. See if it makes sense, and see if this is going to make sense once again for everybody out there watching and or listening. Okay, so here we go. So I was talking with a younger gentleman recently in early 20s, fit as a fiddle. I mean, he was ripped like you wouldn't believe, and it was fantastic. And we were talking about fitness because that's what I do. And obviously he's into it as well. We're coming to it from totally different mindsets here. He's once again early 20s, ripped as all get out. I'm, let's just say, over 50. And because if you didn't know, Top Fitness Strategies is all about the over 50 crowd. So we started talking about workouts, and and how I phrase this is not meant to be any disrespect for anybody. So if that's how you think it's coming out, that's not how it's meant to be. So when I talk to the quote unquote younger guys, if you will, or guys and ladies, the especially in their early to mid 20s, right away they start wanting to know about workouts. What do you do for your bench? How much do you bench? What can you do on the curls? Do you what do you do for your tries or your lats? And what kind of leg routine do you do? Which is great, which is fantastic. It's all good. I started questioning or asking this young man about his nutrition. Kind of looked at me puzzled, like, so what do you do for your nutrition? Because once again, coming from a mindset of an older guy, I'm looking at nutrition as more important than the actual workout itself. I'm not saying one is more or less important than the other, but I'm looking at it as I shouldn't say more important. I don't want to put more emphasis on one versus the other. But coming from my point of view, nutrition is a lot bigger factor than the workout itself. And coming from his point of view, it's different because think about it when if you're in my age group, think about when you were younger. All right. So and if you're younger listening or watching this, thank you for being here, first of all. But you can't understand what we think because us older guys and gals have been through a lot. You haven't been 50 plus years old yet. So there's no possible way you can understand what we're going through. And once again, I'm not saying that in a negative way. That's just life. That's just reality. So I asked this younger gentleman, so what kind of nutrition do you do? And kind of give me this puzzled look, like nutrition. Well, we're talking about, lifting weights and bench press and everything else. But he did tell me he takes a lot of protein, which is great, fantastic. And as we pressed on more about it, Fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, and I'm not trying to plug them at all. And if you watch me or listen to me, you know how I feel about fast food restaurants. But that's the kind of diet this young man was on, which is absolutely fine because when I was his age, I was as well. But I did not focus on extra protein. He is, and it shows. Once again, very, very defined, very cut, and doing what he needs to do workout wise. So bring this all up, and you're saying, Andrew, what you're talking about how easy is it to stay healthy? I'm bringing this up because as we progress in age, once again, think about when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and now 50s. As we progressed on our age, was it easier or harder to stay healthy? All right. It is extremely easy, in my opinion, to be unhealthy because you got the food, you got the television, now you got the internets. Yeah, you have the phones, the computers, the TV. You got all that, and it's easy to not do the things that will make you or to keep you healthy or bring you back to being healthier. If I'm even saying that right, the things to do to be healthier that we thought we were doing when we were younger, eating out, and yes, it's based a lot on nutrition, eating out and working out. You know, those are the two main things. You do the outs, eat out, work out. I just thought of that. Eat out, work out. As we get older, life happens, time happens, and we don't have as much time to work out like we used to, but we still eat out quite a bit. And now our whole system is getting discombobulated, if you will. And once again, this is totally off the cuff, and this is just my observations. If you didn't know, I like to keep things common sense. I like to keep things simple when I talk about this kind of stuff. So being unhealthy is extremely easy in today's society. Extremely easy. We are known as a microwave society. Everything has to be lickety split, bloom, bloom, boom, 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 bloom, bloom, boom, 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 boom. You get what I'm talking about. I'm not saying to meal prep. I'm not saying to count every calorie because if you know me, I don't do either one. I don't meal prep and I don't count calories. Now, in the last month or so, at the time of this writing, I have completely changed my eating habits. And to be honest with you, I should have known this before, and subconsciously, I'm sure I did, but I just never practiced it. And what I started doing is eating more protein. The rule of thumb is for every pound that you weigh, you should eat 1 gram of protein for that. So, for instance, if you weigh 200 pounds, you should eat 200 grams of protein per day. Is it exact? No, it's not an exact science. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It's like 0.753 or 0.83, or something like that. Use round numbers, 1 gram of protein for every pound you weigh. Now, it's going to be, at first, it's going to be difficult for some folks to do. All right. Once again, and going back to how easy is it to be healthy? It's not. The older you get, the more difficult it is. So keep that in mind. Not everything's going to be boom, boom, just like when you're 20. You have to actually think about it. You have to actually work on it a little bit. And I don't want to hound on the eating out thing, but if you eat out quite a bit, chances are you're not going to be the healthiest person out there. Now, there are stories out there, and I interviewed somebody recently who talked about this, that there are people out there who do eat out 5, 6, 7 times a week. And we're talking fast food that can do it in a healthy way. Now, those are extreme cases. Not everybody can do that. And I am not one that can do that. And I do not recommend that. But if that's your only choice, then we have some work to do if that's something you want to follow. Again, it is not easy to stay healthy. Well, shouldn't say, let me phrase it this way. It is easier to be unhealthy than it is healthy. Unhealthy is very convenient. It's very quick. It's very don't have to think about it. Don't have to think about it ish, if that makes sense. Being healthy is a little different. You have to think about it. You have to understand a little bit, not a whole lot, a little bit. Now, the absolute easiest route is to go to the doctor and take all kinds of medication. And that is, to me, it's a catch-22, because if you have to take medication to be healthy, it means you weren't healthy to begin with. I mean, that's just common sense in my book. So take this in full circle. Once again, the older we get, the more difficult it is to be healthy. You have to have your mind focused on doing the healthy things. It is easier. What's that phrase I once heard? It's easier to go towards beauty than walk away from. I don't even want to try remembering the phrase, honestly, because I don't remember it. But you want to go toward pleasure. Here you go. Yeah, toward pleasure and away from pain. But a lot of folks find it easier to instead of moving forward towards something, it's easier just to lay back and not go towards it and say, man, that's just too difficult. I can't do it. Well, you're right. If you feel it's too difficult, it is too difficult. Then don't do it. But then don't say, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you can never, ever, ever, ever again say it is just too difficult to be healthy. Because I told you that it's a lot easier to be unhealthy. And if you want easy, then you're going to be unhealthy. If you want, and I don't want to call it difficult, but if you want to think about it, you have to think about being healthy. If you think about being healthy, you're going to move towards a good health, or move toward good health. I know I'm spitballing it. I might be all over the place here, but I wanted to bring that out and point that out to you. So, all right. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for everything. Check out the site, topfitnessstrategies.com, and look at the sponsor, 102 common sense at home health and fitness tips, topfitnessstrategies.com/tips102, the number 102. Okay. So that's it for now. Wherever you're watching and or listening to this, please check the show notes. Please hit the subscribe button, like button, whatever you click on, whatever platform, and we'll go from there. Okay. So I'll stop it here. So until next time, this is Andrew, Top Fitness Strategies. Ciao.